Hi everybody,
Hello everybody else.
my name is Darren,
And my name is Graham.
and we have just watched John Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13.
Yes, the original John Carpenter.
The original John Carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the non-original John Carpenter?
Don't you know?
No?
It's Jesus.
Jesus. Okay.
He's the other Carpenter.
Was he a carpenter? Oh yeah, because the cup of
He
Christ
made cross.
from the Last
Oh,
Crusade.
yeah.
That's the only way I learned all my Bible information from Indiana Jones.
yeah, you would do.
What was the story of Assault on Precinct 13?
There wasn't much of one.
Aww.
No, I'm not saying it had a bad one. I'm just saying it was a very short one.
So
And I'm
was it?
dragging out the explanation.
So tell it.
Essentially, through coincidence, a guy stumbles upon this weird culty gang thing. It kind of interferes with what's going on. Like,
What's the story?
well, actually,
Just tell me the story.
Oh, okay. So, well, essentially, this kind of gangy cult group of guys attack a police station.
Yeah.
And like mark it with blood and like one of the guys
They attack a market of blood.
Market of blood.
Yeah, the police station and the blood market.
And everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
And
I'm sure.
and it's really quite fun.
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
I know before the film you were telling me about the soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack's amazing.
And yeah, I associate that kind of music. It's all like bow wow 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 wow, ching 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 ching, wow 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 wow. That's quite good.
No, that sounds like a sort of 1950s sci-fi movie.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So it's got that kind of vibe to it all.
Yeah, but that wasn't the music that was on the film. That's the music that came out your mouth.
No, I think some of it was in that film as well,
Right. Okay.
and I just imitated
Like
from memory.
the music that you just did, then I imagine being done on one of those weird instruments that's like a, you put your hand by, it's like
Yeah, it's a bar that way and a bar that. What's
Yeah.
it called?
like a glockenspiel or something.
No, it's not glockenspiel.
I made that word up.
No,
Even
you
though it's a real
didn't.
word.
So the film, yeah, it was excellent.
Did you think it was excellent?
I thought it was very good. I thought it was interesting in a lot of ways because,
Go on.
Spoiler alert as usual. A lot of people die, and you just
That's
don't.
not a spoiler in an
I
action
know, but
movie.
I'm just saying you don't expect it. It's like I said, it was like the
Yeah.
Day of the Living Dead.
The Day of the Living Dead.
No, Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
And they're holed up in a house,
Yeah.
and they've got to barricade themselves in.
Yeah, and they're doing what black guys tell them to do.
Yeah, well, and similar to this as well.
That's
and
what I mean.
okay, well, and it just feels a lot like that. How it's kind of, you got one man with a plan, and
Well, his plan was really just not get shot.
yeah, and it worked. And
Well,
like,
spoiler alert.
there
There was a few people that got
to a
shot.
degree, yeah.
There was 2 girls in it at the beginning, and Graham and I picked girls.
Not in any kind of misogynistic way. We just
No, we thought he
Darren
was the most
Darren
aesthetically
said
pleasing,
one.
and no other part of their personality mattered.
Darren said one looked nice, and I said by coincidence I like
Why is that
the only other woman in the left in the film.
I don't think that's sexist to like the girls, is it?
No, I'm
No.
just making sure.
Then my bitch died.
Mine didn't.
No, Graham picked the good horse. I'm only kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, that did happen, but
It's all tongue in cheek, but
yeah, that was annoying though when mine died. Mine
couldn't get
ownership.
couldn't get to watch yours anyway. And then you started bloody edging in on mine. You started saying, "Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's
I
well,
did.
it's actually."
Suddenly, once mine died, yours seemed more attractive. I suddenly saw the good side of yours.
So, you can eat that. Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, no, so it was a really good bit where a little girl got shot.
that was really good.
Do you remember the question that I gave to you before the little girl got shot? They were like...
There was a few, and some weren't appropriate for recording.
There was a car driving down the road, and in the car was an old man and a little girl who's about 8. An old man, don't forget. And I
Don't
asked
ask me
Graham,
this question.
I asked
Don't ask me
Graham
this question.
if he had to have sex with one of them, the little girl or the old man, who would you go for? So what was your answer?
Well, I said the old man because
Well,
it's morally correct.
well done. But what does your heart tell you want?
That's not the point.
Really? So you would rather the alternative in a consequence-free world? Which would you go
But
for?
there's always consequences.
But no, it's a consequence-free world.
And it's a child, so...
Yeah, I know.
So you wouldn't go
And it's
for
an
the
old
child?
man. Well, I wouldn't.
No, nobody would. Nobody in a
So
right,
which
in a
would you
right
go
mind
for?
would.
Definitely the old
man.
You definitely shagged the old man.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Good for you.
Oh my
Yeah, it's
god.
good.
What a strange person you are to force these things out of me.
Well, you could have just said neither. I don't know why you picked the old man. I wouldn't have done either. Even if it was a consequence-free world, I'd have had neither.
I say neither too then.
It's too late now. You're shaft deep in man.
You have to tease these sexual things out of me, and I don't know why.
I don't think I do.
Yeah, you seem to want to.
Okay. So yes, it was different to Dark Star, which is the only other John Carpenter film you've seen so far.
She had a shower or a wash.
No, don't get distracted by the
She's
dog.
very soft.
Good.
Sorry, Dark Star or this?
Yeah.
Which one's better?
No, what's different? What's better? Don't get distracted by the dog.
She's here though.
Yes, so.
Ah, look at the camera, Missy. Look, she doesn't care.
Nobody cares.
All right, go on. Nobody cares about Missy.
I care, but.
What was the comparison? Dark Star or...
Yes, I said that you've only seen Dark Star other than this, so how do you think that, what do you
Which
think?
way is he kind of going?
Well, just, what are you picking up so far?
Yeah.
Do you think they're alike, different?
I think... I'd say that there's... yeah, I'd say... What?
Just a random, long...
Because I'm thinking, you asked me a question I hadn't thought the answer of before you asked it.
Dicking about the dog.
So, I like the fact that there's always elements of, well, always out of the two, there's elements of humour without it being a comedy, so to speak. Or it is a comedy. Well, Dark Star's a comedy.
Yeah.
But it's not played off like a comedy. There's no actual like punchlines and stuff.
No, but it's not serious.
No, it's not serious. It's obviously not serious.
No, but I mean, like it's quite surreal in
Yeah,
places.
yeah.
It's not like it's like a really deadpan film.
No. I know there's obviously parts which are intended to be
Did you set
humorous.
the timer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're still within the time frame, even with the dog distraction.
Yeah,
And
it's
the
come up
dog
again.
distractions carrying on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even in this one, there was humorous moments. I can't remember specifically when.
Like that little girl getting shot.
Yeah, there was stuff. I can't remember what though.
I don't remember any particularly
there
funny
any-
moments. I think we were taking the mick out of it.
Yeah, I think we might have been actually.
Yeah,
Maybe it wasn't.
I don't think it was a very funny film.
Oh.
No, I mean we were laughing at the
We
bit
were
at the
laughing.
beginning where they're like, I don't know, because they were going to mark the police station, they just started hacking up their own arms, which seemed a bit ridiculous.
Well, that's why I thought it was quite culty and stuff, but in the end, it's just a way they send their messages and stuff. And I thought
you pulled the word cult out of somewhere. I don't know where.
Well,
I think it was quite culty.
it's because he cut a triangle into his arm,
Yeah.
and I just thought, well, that's often kind of associated, and especially bloodletting and stuff. Especially mixing the blood into a bowl, that's generally kind of...
Well, I just thought they were marking themselves, like, because they said it's about 6 people being dead or something, so I just thought they were going to give them, like, a scratch for each one.
Yeah.
And then they start collecting it in a glass, and I thought, oh, they're doing something else.
Yeah, exactly. And
But I didn't think
the fact that they were all taking it from, like, a certain area of their arm, they weren't just taking it from cutting their wrist or anything like that. Cutting the back of their hand or whatever.
No, I think it was knobheads.
Yeah, maybe.
One of them looked like Che Guevara as well.
I think they were going for that.
Yeah, they must have been.
Because it's like a revolutionary thing, you know.
Do you reckon? What was that revolution?
Well, the death of the police.
What a revolution.
I always blow when I say that now. I had a hair on my face.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably because of the dog.
Probably. It wasn't one of my hairs.
No, well, so you liked it then?
I really enjoyed it, yeah.
Did you like that scene where they were shooting through the window for about 20 minutes?
Yeah, that was ridiculous. You could see all the cuts as well, which meant that it was longer initially.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
There was a bit where they went into the cellar or the basement downstairs where it randomly went really grainy. I don't know why that was.
I don't know. Must have
Building
been
gone
low
off.
lights. Yeah.
But then it cut back and it was fine. To a different angle.
Yeah.
Was there any characters that you particularly liked or disliked?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, good.
I like the main guy, Jimmy Fallon. I thought he was quite good.
Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy
Oh, the
Fallon.
bad guy? The guy that's on death
The guy
row?
who was in prison, yeah.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
death
he was
row,
alright.
and he's coming out with all these like mad
Yeah, you can never answer a straight question.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like-
no, and he's asking everyone for a cigarette. It's like, buy your own, Jesus.
Well, he's on death
Just
row.
because you're on, yeah.
Don't they have a tuck shop in prison? Or maybe they do.
Yes,
I
they
don't know.
do.
What do I know? Never been to prison.
No.
Um,
Hey, look, the bell.
yeah, I like the bit where he got on the bus to go and get executed at the beginning. That's not a spoiler. Because it reminded me of Fast and Furious 5. And anything that reminds me of Fast and Furious 5 makes me happy.
All right. Like The Rock.
Yeah.
Does he make you happy?
The Rock does make me happy.
Yeah.
What's not to be happy about when thinking about The Rock?
Well, don't know. Nothing at all.
Correct.
He's a good guy. He's a friendly guy.
How do you know?
I've seen videos where he's like, talk to people.
Yeah.
And he bought his mum a car for Christmas.
A car?
Yeah.
It's stingy.
Big,
He's got loads
it's
of
a big
money.
car. Yeah, it's a big car.
It's like a second-hand,
Yeah.
clapped out thing.
It was his old car. He got himself a nice new one.
I know I said something really bad then.
Hmm.
I won't say it though, it's
Oh,
fine.
well, let's admit that from the
Yeah.
video. But
Censored myself.
I would say we've hardly digressed today. I would say
Yeah, there was a sort of 20-minute period where you were just petting the dog.
that wasn't 20 minutes. It just felt like 20 minutes for you because you were bored watching
like
me.
20 minutes. Because I was bored watching you
I'm
stroke
just
the dog.
stroking the dog. I'm allowed to stroke the dog.
We should end the video.
People
We done the
know.
video.
I'm not ending the video until they know that I'm not
Nobody
just
cares.
under the thumb. If that's a phrase that you
real
might know.
arguments now. Like this isn't even jokey banter.
Yeah, well, I'm allowed to pet the dog. She's here, and she's. Who else has been petting the dog all day?
Lots of people.
Probably, but that's not the point. She's here now.
So Assault on Precinct 13. Jesus Christ, that was ridiculous.
She's a good doggy.
She is a very good dog. It was a good film. Yeah, honestly, you're an idiot. Bye, everybody.